if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That way you can stay up to date with all the latest LEGO news and reviews, as well as all of our LEGO City updates. Now today we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be breaking down the top 5 LEGO modular buildings that we need LEGO to create right now. Now these are all actual LEGO sets that have been designed by LEGO creators. They've all been featured as creations in the Bricklink Designer Series, whether it's Series 1, 2, 3, or 4, and they're ones that we have voted on, but they didn't end up getting the nod. They weren't one of the finalists. Of course, we still have Series 4 that we'll find out on March 18th, whether or not a couple of these made the cut, but as of now, none of these are being created by LEGO, and we need LEGO to create them. So let's get right into it. These are in no particular order, but I'm going to show you my personal top 5. So starting off, we have the Sushi Restaurant. Now this one is featured in Series 4 of the Bricklink Designer Series. Now this is one that could still be selected, and this is absolutely one of my favorites from Series 4 of the Bricklink Designer program. Now I do consider myself a sushi connoisseur. I love sushi, and I think a sushi restaurant is something every city absolutely needs, and I love the detail in this set. Flipping through the pictures, you can see just tons of detail on the outside of this building. I love the roof lines. I love the different building techniques that they got to get the different look of just a Japanese restaurant. You got signs all over the building with the Japanese printing on it. You got a little bit of plant greenery going on. You have these little windows that are very reminiscent of something that you would see in Japan. And I do kind of like how it actually comes apart to create 2 modules for playability. Now, it doesn't open up like an actual modular building, but it does open up for playability, which I think is a very cool feature. Again, just tons and tons of details on the inside of this building as well, fully fleshed out on the inside and out. And I just think that this building would look absolutely amazing in any LEGO city, and I have my fingers crossed that this one gets through. Definitely voted for it, but I would love to see the sushi restaurant in my LEGO city. Next up, we have the North Point School. Now this one was created by King Creations. This is another one from Series 4 of the Bricklink Designer program. And we all know the one thing that every city needs is a school. It's something that LEGO has not created an official set of as far as modular buildings go. And I really liked this one. I think this one looks very unique in comparison to a lot of the other school mocks that we have seen over the years. I love how it has like this outside little courtyard space, the steps leading up to the front door, lots of little greenery and plants, and I like these lights. And the roof line is extremely unique. Here you got the bell and different levels of the roof. Now this one does open up in sections like a modular building. Of course, it's got the fully fleshed out interior. Again, here's the courtyard. You can see looks really cool, little back alley space. This is where the kids will go out to recess, play a little basketball, sit and eat their lunch. On the inside, of course, you got the classrooms with the desks and the teachers. Unfortunately, you only have 4 kids in this class, which would be nice if that was reality. But again, you got a little foyer. You got some lab space for science class. This looks like an art class, so just very, very cool. Tons of cool little details. Here's some computers set up. And I just think that that's a very nice looking school, and it would be a great addition to any city. Next up, we have the Last Arcade. Now, this one was from Series 2. I think it was featured in Series either 1 or 3 as well, but it's been there a couple rounds, didn't make it through. It was definitely one of my favorites, both times that it was up for vote. Would love to see a full-on arcade in our city. Of course, LEGO hasn't made one. I love the look of this one. It's got this super cool sign on the front of the building. I love the colors. It's very retro looking, like you would see in kind of an old school looking arcade. It is 3 levels, so you can see it comes apart like a official modular building. Some cool little minifigs, and like I said, on the inside you have all these games. A little pizza parlor. You got some, I don't know, you got skee ball, claw machines. This looks like a air hockey. Everything that you'd see in an arcade. Here you have like the prize counter where you take your tickets up to get your prize. You get the winding staircase that takes you up to the next level. Little soda machine right here. Up here you got like the punching bag. You got a monster game. You got a racing game. You got this fighting game. Ninjago fighting game. Looks pretty awesome. Little table to sit down and eat. You got a motorcycle racing game. This looks like a Pac-Man, foosball, Dance Dance, and Tetris. Super cool. I love the variation and variety that you get in the different games that they featured in this set. And it's just really unique, and I would love to see a full-on arcade in the city, and I think this is the best choice that I have seen personally. Next up, you have the Modular Apartments, which was from Series 1. I think it was also in either Series 2 or 3. Voted for it both times that it was featured. I just think any city needs a large apartment structure. Of course, you need a place for all the minifigs to live. And what better place than, a really cool looking apartment building. Love the details on the outside. Of course, it has the apartments upstairs, and then it has the little shops down below. On the top of the building, you got this cool little water tower. You got these rooftop decks, terraces. And I just think it looks really good. Lots of cool little details. And I like the variation and looks of each building, how they look a little bit different. Something that you definitely see in an older city. The back of the building, you have this cool little alleyway with a garbage can. Again, you can see the rooftops. You got the full interiors. Like I said, you got the nail salon, the office here, deli. They make some sandwiches. And then you have a pawn shop, which is a bunch of stuff for sale. You have like these tools and stuff hanging up. I thought that was pretty awesome. The next floor up, obviously more of the same. Got the full-on interiors. I think it looks really nice. Here you got like a little laundromat, which is cool. Place for the people that rent the apartments to wash their clothes. And then you have the apartments here. And then the top level of the apartments, of course, you have like a living room in each of these. Look like this guy's playing some video games. And yeah, I think that looks really nice. I think it'd be a great modular building. Obviously, this one would be pretty pricey, I think. It looks like it might be 2 full base plates. But I think it'd be a really cool one. And I hope one day we could see it get made. And then last but certainly not least, we have the hardware store. This one by Rich Herbert. It was featured in Series 3 as well as Series 2, I want to say. This one I voted for both times, and this was one of my favorites absolutely from both of those rounds. Love the hardware store. Obviously, our city does not have a hardware store. Lego has not made one. And I think this mock looks really, really good. Tons of awesome details. I love some of the storylines that you got going on in this build. I think are really, really cool. Of course, it has a apartment renovation as well. So you have the hardware store down below, and then you have the apartment up above, which they are renovating. I love how these guys are carrying this couch down the stairs, and you just see the look on this guy's face. Like, that's how I'd feel too if I was carrying that down those stairs. A little lemonade stand out here. You got this window, looks kind of boarded up, needs some work. I love the little hardware store sign right there with the arrows. Of course, it comes apart just like a modular building. You got the fixer-upper here, you got a real estate office in the middle, and then you got a vintage hardware store on the bottom. Again, just a closer look. You can see these guys carrying that couch down the stairs. I love that. So here in the apartment, obviously it's an apartment that needs some work, a little fixer-upper. It's got the broken window, leaky sink, cracked wall, burnout light bulb, overflowing toilet. So it's in disarray. It needs a lot of repair. And it's got some cool little storylines going on, I think. And then if you want, it actually comes with extra instructions so you can renovate the apartment yourself and make it good as new. So you can either do it the version that needs repair, or you can do the version that has been remodeled, which I thought was pretty awesome. And then the hardware store, of course, you got all this different stuff for sale. You got keys, you got tools, lanterns, paint stuff, plants, shovels, just all the stuff that you would see in a hardware store. And then in the middle, you have a real estate office where you got here like the realtor who's looks like he's passing off the key to someone who just purchased a home. Of course, you got a desk to do some paperwork, the computer, little waiting area. Just very cool details. Absolutely love this build, and I'd love to see Lego make the hardware store someday. All right, so that wraps it up. That is our top picks for the modular buildings that we hope Lego will create one day. I know I would buy each and every one of them and add them to my city and would love to have them. Let us know in the comments below which ones are your favorite. Are there any that we forgot to add to the list or that you would put on the list yourself? Let us know in the comments below. As always, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, keep on building.